Got another level 3 inspection. Got a car in the median. Got a drunk or texting trucker edition. And a U-turning asshat on this episode of
The Clutch Trucker Channel.
Clutch Trucker, filmed before a live and fuzzy studio audience. Yep, that's Rusty, the world-famous meatball dog. Hey YouTube, Clutch Trucker here. Thanks for tuning in to another edition of the Clutch Trucker Channel. Alright, here it is, the Sunday, the 9th, July. Boy, time's flying by, huh? Here we are, parked at the K-Wick trip, as Elliot likes to call them, here in Abbotsford, Wisconsin. He does that to differentiate between the K-Wick trip and the Q-Wick trip. Two different ones. Q-Wick trip over a lot of the rest of the country. K-Wick trip only pretty much in Wisconsin, Montana. No, not Montana. Wisconsin, Minnesota. There's a few in Illinois. And then they have the K-Stars or Quick Stars. They call them in Iowa. And they call them Quick Stars in Iowa because of the Q-Wick trips that they also have in Iowa. Alright, there's something you probably didn't want to know. Alright, yeah, like I say, Sunday night, the 9th. Delivered tomorrow in Rothschild, Wisconsin again. Got that load of lignite. So, first off, let's dive into the dash cam, idiots and ass wagons and all that first. Alright, first off, going down the road, I believe this was yesterday. I was, I think on I-70, or no, I-90 in South Dakota. And, yeah, big truck, just kind of drifting around. So, it's another episode of Drunk or Texting. Alright, so here I am passing Stevens there, and there's this other truck in front of Stevens in the right lane. I know I gotta pass this guy too, and you see him kind of drifting off to the right just a little bit. Alright, not too concerned yet. He goes a little farther. He's on the shoulder. So is he drunk or texting? Of course, now I have to pass this guy, and look, now he's drifting into my lane. Gotta love it, baby. So, come on, buddy. I gotta pass you. Keep it together. Is he drunk or texting? Back into the other lane. Oh, gotta love it. What a jerk. And as I come up by him, you can see he starts to move even further over to the right. Look right now, he's only about halfway in that lane. What a jerk. I would hope that he was just texting or looking at his phone or something, because the thought of a drunk truck driver is kind of frightening. What do you think? Yeah. All right, then this was today, I believe. Or no, again, this was yesterday. It was, yeah. I can't remember if it was in Minnesota, or I think it was in Minnesota. Maybe it was in South Dakota. At the beginning of this video, you see another car off to the side going the other direction, so they might have been involved. And then we come up on this car just sitting in the median. At least they're upright. All right, first off, you see that tow truck and a car on the left side on the other direction, and then look up here on the median. Yep, there's a car, a bunch of people standing around. It's at least upright. So who knows? My guess is somebody, either the car going the other way, not paying attention, or this one in the median not paying attention, and the car going the other way just stopped to make sure they were all right. But you saw everyone standing around, so we assume they were okay. Clear roads, perfect weather, you know. You run into a lot more of these in the summertime, you know, with people. They're head up in their phone, not paying attention, and the next thing you know, they're in the ditch. What do you think? All right, and then this was today, this ass clown. I'm on Highway 60, I believe just south of Mankato, Minnesota. And this guy just decides to do a U-turn. It's a 4-lane highway, not like an interstate type, where yes, there are crossovers, so you can do a U-turn when it's safe. Obviously not paying attention to the fact that there's traffic coming against him. Goes over onto the shoulder, and then whips right into the right lane right in front of me as I'm going 65 miles an hour. Alright, look just past that white car there. There's the intersection he came across. There he is on the right side, went over to the shoulder, and right back in front of me. Hello, going about 20 miles an hour. What a jerk! Stay on the shoulder, you ass wagon. And now the Clutch Trucker zoom and slow-mo. And remember, this is more what my perspective looks like inside the truck. The dash cam is very wide-angled. There he is, onto the shoulder, then right back in front of me. Thank God no one was to my left. I'm a little ready to move over. God, what a jerk. Yeah, can you say asshat? All right, now on to the inspection. Yeah, if you watched my last video, I had that trip with my daughter to Laughlin, Nevada. We had a good time. Did a little maintenance on the truck and everything before I left on Wednesday. Picked up a load in Sidney, Nebraska. It was only supposed to be 40,000 pounds. They overloaded me, because then I had to go backwards down south to the Loves there in Sidney and scale. And yeah, I'm over gross. I had like no fuel on the truck. So Like, yeah, this is like 45,000 pounds. I can't take that much. So I had to call the broker and say, all right, look, and the bill of lading said 35,000 pounds. How can you be that wrong? You're over 10,000 different. I had to go back to the shipper. They had to take a couple of pallets off, back down to the Loves, scale again. Oh, and by the way, Cat Scale has raised the amount for the reways up to $4. When I started driving a truck 13 years ago, 50 cents for the reway, $8 for the first way. Now it's $13.50 for the first way, and $4 the rat is for the freaking reway. But I needed to do it because I was so close. My Appway was showing me about where I was, but I've always said I like my Appway, but it's within about 500 pounds. So if you need to know a more exact weight, you got to pay for the Cat Scale. So I was overweight. They took those off, got it to be legal, was able to put on another I had put on 70 gallons after the weighing the first time because I knew I had to go back and forth. So I was able to put on 30 gallons that I knew by the time I got to the scale in Torrington, Wyoming on Highway 26, which would be open, and it was. They'd probably scale me, and they did, and I was legal. So I got to keep on going. Made my delivery up to Billings, Montana on Thursday, then made it back down to the Hat 6 truck stop Thursday night, where huge thunderstorms came through. And this is right before the thunderstorms came through. You can see the bad clouds there, and there's little Rusty down at the bottom doing his business. Yeah, then left Friday morning to go pick up my load in Glen Rock, Wyoming of the Lignite, which I've done, about 6 times now. This might be I can't remember if this is my 6th or 7th time. But a great load through H-Bar Inn, and so they've been really good working with me on that. Got loaded there, and actually when the guy was scaling me out and everything, he said, boy, I wish we could clone you. And I said, well, what do you mean? He said, well, so many of the other drivers here give us all this crap. You can't load it that way, blah, blah, blah. Just let us do our jobs, and all you do is you show up, you say, load it, and we do, and you scale it, and you say, I'm fine, and you leave. You don't give us any crap. And I'm like, well, you're doing a job, I'm doing a job. We got to do what we got to do. You know what I'm saying to you? So then, yeah, I have to go through the scale in Lusk, Wyoming, right at the junction of Highway 85 and Highway 18, and went across, and I'm not even up onto the scale yet, and the guy's walking out of the building and says, sir, we're going to be doing a level 3 inspection on you. So I was like, okay, fine, no problem. And so I pulled off to the side after getting scaled, and then he comes up and opens the door, and the problem was there's lots of flies around there. I had like 5 or 6 flies get in here. But I give him everything, and he says, all right, well, we're going to go do that. If you need to walk the dog, whatever. And I was like, fine. Took Rusty out, do that, go inside. The older gentleman inside gave me a dog biscuit for Rusty. This younger guy who was doing the inspection, boy, he was looking. He was trying to find something wrong. He was peeling through that permit book, baby, trying to find something wrong. But hey, I'm up to snuff, And so everything was good. So he had to come out and say, oh, yeah, you're fine. I couldn't find any violations. I felt like saying, well, sorry, I didn't, I had to disappoint you. But we keep our stuff legit, baby. So, yeah, but we got another level 3 inspection. So that gives us 4 inspections now, which only does help us out, being the new MC with Elliot and L on Wheels. So, we're almost 5 months in here this week. So that's just going to help us out. Opens up even more brokers. So I said, I appreciate that. Actually, we've been rolling through weigh stations even when we get green lights, because we've been trying to get inspected more. And so, yeah, you just helped me out. Thank you, buddy. And you can tell he wasn't too happy about that. He's like, well, aren't you a treat? Going on a completely different note, ordered the Ring wired doorbell, the Pro 2. It's on sale right now on Amazon for $149, normally $249. And my wife and son installed that today. What's really cool is, like, anytime I'm out here on the road, I can see exactly what it looks like at that moment looking out from my front porch. How cool is that? I know a lot of people get it, especially in more city areas, or like people who live in apartments where they keep getting their packages stolen all the time. But the Pro 2 has a much wider view up and down and side to side. So you can even see somebody, like if Amazon leaves a package there. So had I had the doorbell before they delivered the package, I would have been able to see that. So that's really cool. So if you haven't checked into the Ring camera doorbell thing, I highly recommend it. And if you have a doorbell that already has the wires into it, get the wired version. I looked at a whole bunch of videos last night and all about it. And the battery one, you still have to pull out the battery and recharge it every few months. The cheaper one, you have to pull the whole unit off. The other ones that has a battery thing that comes out. But still, if you've got the wiring, get the wired version. Actually, you have better resolution. You get a full color pre-roll, as they call it, and everything. So highly recommend that wired Ring doorbell. Okay, so like I said at the beginning of the video, here at the K-Wick trip in Abbotsford, Wisconsin, about 39 miles away from my delivery in Rothschild, right on the south edge of the Wausau, Wisconsin area, where I deliver my load of lignite tomorrow. Do not have any other loads yet. I was hoping for a serial load that I got through DLS before on Monday, but they don't have any for Monday. The next one they have going back to Cheyenne is Wednesday. And then HBarN has another lignite load on Friday. So I might be trying to find a couple of loads to bounce me around kind of locally to get back to do that DLS serial load out of Northfield, Minnesota for Wednesday. So that's my plan. So on my way tomorrow, and while I'm getting unloaded, I'm going to be looking at loads, looking for loads in all the wrong places tomorrow to see what I can find. And I know a lot of you have said you like when I'm showing where I am on the map and everything. So here's the K-Wick trip I'm at. There's actually another row of parking back here that this bird's eye view does not show. So that picture was obviously taken a year or so ago. But if I look into the whole map, and again, I am working on the OTR 1010 review. You can see right here where I'm at, and there I deliver in Rothschild, so not that far away. So we'll be looking for loads somewhere near that area tomorrow. Well, thanks for tuning in for that one. I know it's been, oh, thank you, Rusty. See, he's buttering me up. He knows what's coming. I know it's been a few days, so I had to throw up this video tonight. Thanks for tuning in. As always, please subscribe, please like and comment. Get your comments as soon as I can. Sometimes takes a few days because I'm a working truck driver. Don't forget to ring the bell for notifications so you know when the new videos come out. And as always, sniff that magic YouTube fairy dust. Clutch and Rusty, out. Hey, listen, while I'm thinking of these things, you got a plunger for the morning? Because, you know, well, my plumbing at my place is, well, wait, where you have your house now, here, it's a new house, it's got good plumbing. I just been eating a lot of cheese lately. I feel real bound up, you know. I just can't get enough of this stuff, you know. I just can't get enough of cheese. I feel like a big mouse, you know. Yeah, I just can't get enough cheese. You think that's an allergy? Yeah. All right, come down here. Here it is. No, you're cheating. Come down. Rusty, it's still in my hand. Come down here. And there it goes. All right. Got to make it work for it a little bit after all, right? Oh, yes. Happy dog. Loving them bacon strips. He's loving them bacon strips. Yep, crack cocaine for a dog, baby. Boy, he's all over him tonight. Wow, he's not even dropping any crumbs. All right, here's another one. Oh, happy dog. Happy dog. You got the zoom in. Rusty eating the bacon strip. Hello. All over that baby. A little bit more. Slowing down a little bit on the second one. All right, you got it? Happy dog look, Rusty. Look up here. You got it, buddy. Rusty. Hello. Rusty. Hey, you gotta look up here. Rusty.